Good afternoon and welcome to the design and massing proposal presentation for the mixed residential development at Taman Puteri Wangsa. My name is George Labovich and I am a design architect at Akipro who will lead you through this presentation. Jumping right into it, we can see on this location plan that the site is in a residential area of Taman Puteri Wangsa. Here is the location of its Friday market. There are two water plants in close proximity. Taman Gaya is nearby, and the temple. Two petrol stations right in front of the site, KSL office, and it's located on quite a busy road number 3, the direct access of the motorway to the site. Site comprises of 23,835 square meters. It is surrounded by vegetation, storm drain, and quite a lot of greenery and residential buildings. Some industrial buildings to the southeast. This massing podium was the original proposal, where the setback was 6 meters and 12 meters to the front of the site. However, the current working massing podium with the setback of 12 meters is proposed, with the main access gate of the main road through the rear of the site and into the ramp access, circular ramp access for the residents. However, an interesting bit of shared public and residents domain is happening, as the additional access is proposed to access route to the shops at the front of the development here. The residents' amenities will be found on the podium, and they typically comprise of a pool, gym, shared events hall, other amenities, landscape activities for children and others. The proposed blocks of residential dwellings, residential apartments, 3 of those separated by 12-meter gaps between each other, are proposed. This lends itself to a very good cross ventilation, as well as good amount of views, not limited or obstructed by other towers. The project lends itself to some form of solar shading, because if those outer facades would be subject to a solar treatment, we could potentially secure a good solar shading for the residents and the apartments. The U-shape and openness of the proposal might be in contrast to current projects such as KSL2 or Secret Garden. However, the prominent site, the openness, possibly perhaps introduces a language that we would like to speak to our new residents, which is open and welcome massing with the context and with the site. So the site development ratio equates to 133,000 square meters available development area. This means that we will have 21 residential levels of approximately 6,600 square meters per floor in 3 blocks, across 3 blocks. 10 levels of parking podium, with access ramp, amenities, and shop fronts on the ground floor. Here we can see the main access to the site and the shading of the podium as a result of the massing, which will look as the model illustrates here. And moving on to the site plan drawing, we see the 12 blocks, the 3 blocks on the podium with the access ramp, new site access here, and the shop access on this side. Shop and parking, associated parking. And this is the typical parking level layout draft proposal. This is block plan, which illustrates 4 types of apartments arranged around a main corridor, 2 sets of staircases with the 1 access lift shafts, 2 lifts and 1 firefighting lift, and ventilation shafts voids in here. So there are 4 types of apartments in this development. A1 being a studio of approximately 15 meters square. Type A2, a 1-bedroom of approximately 65 square meters. Type B, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment of approximately 83 square meters. And type C, which will be the, well, at least in this proposal, it's the sort of major apartment type, equates to 87 square meters. This is the massing illustrated in context. We can see the petrol stations at the forefront of the site, the road number 3 and access road to the development, the road and the shops at the front, podium with the parking, access ramp, in 3 towers, signifying the openness of the development to the city for its residents, with the activities going on the podium in this quite prominent upcoming neighborhood. We can become quite creative with the concrete proposals. We can be quite minimal with the concrete. We can clad the concrete in a creative facade, or we can go green, or go even greener and more creative, all with the purpose of meeting the needs of purchasers. We can combine already existing design compositions with some new ones. The current trend is the sustainable green architecture and buildings that do reflect that philosophy. And we are very much on board with that kind of design ideology. But of course, it's a mere proposal, very draft and initial proposal, which we aim to work with you to develop further and conclude with the design that will be the most suitable for all involved parties. So I'd like to thank you for your time. We would love to hear your comments, and we would love to speak to you soon in regards to further progress in this project. Thank you very much.